Okay. Okay, I'm starting the game now.
I do, yes. Vision. Hello and welcome to X-SiM Racing. This is the Saturday of the last weekend of racing for this season. This is the practice laps that we're starting off with. Following Tristan Clark going on the track. How many races are today? 4 races on the track. It's Tom Vasco. Turn number 7. Turn 9 going into carousel. Hugs the line quite tightly. It's a good turn going to the straight. Can I get the names up on the left? Okay, yeah. Now coming turn 5, taking a sharp left. Sharp left for him on Boss here down, going into the straights. Comes off the track a little bit towards the end there, but outside line. And starts again. This is the North America track. Those of you who don't know. Tom Boss there, post a minute of 2 minutes 2 seconds. Obviously wants to improve that. That's what we're practicing today. Following Gregor Lemons now. Like Kubrick. Going straight on to 12 here. This is a Canada corner. Be nice and smooth through here. Takes the inside line. Very nice down there. Pull up there. Coming out. Down the straight. In that first, it's not a tight right corner. It's the first corner. You got to brake here quite hard. Getting that speed down the straight and coming off. Nice. Hug the racing line. Good work around there. On the right. Drivers today, learning the track, making sure they have exactly what they want for tomorrow, for the Sunday race, which you won't want to miss if you enjoy racing at X-SiM. Off the track as well. Oh, it spins off there. It's a difficult corner. 2 people already have gone off. The second turn, you're not expecting after the first route. It's a steep right to take you into the straight at turn number 3. Following Remco now, Remco Barlow. And Winston Eckel. That'll taking on, see how he takes on turn 3. Very nice. He slowed down quite considerably there. I think that's probably the way to go about it. Just keeps himself on the track. That's a good turn for him. I think this is absolutely a turn that they're going to want to practice today and keep working on. This is sponsored by Dave Capital, this car. Gregor Lemons 124, sponsored by Kubrick again. Great sponsor. Comes off a little bit there on turn 5. Going into turn 6 on the outside lane, wants to cut in here, does so very nicely, very nice and smooth. On by AEN. This is Tom Voss now. Not very nice to see how they both turn this corner. This is corner number 8. And again, do that very nicely. Going into the 9th. Yeah, he's very smooth here, Tom Voss. It's a lovely move from there with X-SiM Invest, which is a wonderful investment. You get paid to sponsor cars. You can look it up on xsimracing.com, and it is a fantastic opportunity for anyone. Plenty of packages out there, different price ranges. Get a sponsor a car. What more is there to say? What don't you love? And your Salada now. Going down turn number 7. Cuts inside there, skims the grass a little bit. That's fine. Good turn from there overall, I would say. And turn number 8. See how he takes it nicely. Goes to the outside. I think the drivers have got a good handle on this this far looping right. I think it's really turn 3 that drivers seem to be having an issue with, but they seem to be getting back on track for this one here. Currently, Tom Voss with the best time with a 2 minutes 2, 5:97. It's a great time from there, but again, they'll all want to be improving this for tomorrow. Comes around Canada corner now. It's turn number 12. Takes that quite nicely. Takes the outside. He's following a good driving line now. Stays outside. That's his. little bit there, and is going down the straight. This is where you really want to build your speed, and this is why the first turn is such difficult. You really need to know when to start braking, because it is, if you brake too late, you're in a really tough two corners, and that on an actual race day is going to be a huge issue. But brake too early, and you're not going to get the speed you really need to maintain a good position and a good time. Comes around turn 3, goes. Oof. He came in a little hot there, I think, and it was a difficult turn for him to recover from, but he did so quite well. Couple of pits makes sense. You want to keep your car top condition, especially when you're spilling off. For practice laps, pit stops are far more common, as you want to make sure your car's in top condition when you're going around, so that you can know exactly how to get around it and how your car's going to behave on the actual day. Keep on number 26 round. Bit of lag there. Goes through turn 10. Keeps that nice. Into the straight, little turn here. And down into the second. This is pretty much a straight, another place to build speed, but you're gonna have to go into kind of the corner. Quite a heavy right turn. You want to make sure that you're flowing, and he goes to the outside line. A great turn that from Marketing Pro Solutions. Antonio is sponsored by. And comes into the straight. Top lap, still kept by Tom Voss. Clearly, that's exactly what he's doing with this car. In the Lamborghini, it's an interesting split. Three Lamborghinis, a couple of BMWs, and only one Ferrari today, which is rare. You usually see a lot more Ferraris. I'm sure on race day we'll have a few more for you. If that's your thing. Comes to the turn 3 there. Seems to get the hang of it. Yeah, similar turn there. Good turn from him. There's a 2:05, so bottom of the leaderboard at the moment with Winston, but it is practice, you know. You want to get your slow times out today, and then absolutely ramp up tomorrow. And Gregorio Sesma in the BMW now. 2. Semi-Slick Racing is the sponsor for Gregorio, the kids around there in the BMW. And he takes that corner really well. We've spoken about this corner a few times. It's I think it's really where a lot of the speed comes in, where you really want to start in the first straight. It's really when you want to build a lot of your speed to take you around most of the track. "50 minutes of practice so far, 10 more minutes to go, and I think it's looking good for tomorrow. I think all these guys are really getting a good idea of the track, of driving with other cars. There's going to be a few more tomorrow, so a harder race for sure, and a lot more for it. With it being the last day, still positions to be gained, positions to be lost, points to be won. But today is still important, you know. If you get the practice out on the pitch, then you see the rewards later on. Like Thomas Jensen now, as he takes lap number 3. They really seem to have gotten the hang of it there. Sorry. Yeah, they really seem to be getting the hang of that turn now, as we get into the last 10 minutes of practice. A sharp couple of lefts here. You really want to make sure that you have a good racing line. You really want to make sure you have your good position and that you're not speeding down too far off the straight. That's the difficulty there. He comes off a little bit, not too much, but he comes off a little bit more than he'd want to. Thomas Jensen. but he keeps a good line there. Comes off again a little bit, but not too bad. And into carousel, which he handles superbly. That is an excellent carousel there. It's a lovely day here in Road America, as it is in the UK, where I'm from at the moment. Oh, Thomas Jensen comes off a little bit over in Thunder Valley after coming off kind of corner. It's a tough one. Tough as Canada itself. It comes down into the straight here. 140, 160 miles an hour now from Thomas Jensen. Again, this is really where you want to build up that speed. He's gone into 200 kilometers an hour straight. Really putting the power down now. When's he going to brake? And there you go. It's a late brake. He keeps the 200 going right basically into the turn. He's only about 20 feet from the turn, 30 feet from the turn by the time he starts to brake from 200 miles an hour. And that's interesting. I wonder if that is if that's what you want to do, if you want to brake earlier. It'll be interesting to see if they adjust that in later laps and on race day. Humboss lowering his time there down from a 2:02.5 to a 2:02.1, which is almost half a second cut off his time there, which is, I'm sure he's very happy about that. Goes into the pit, following Thomas Jensen now again. Vancouver it now. It's Gregor Lemon's back on. He's posting a 2:02.6, which is a great time, but probably a little bit higher than he wants. And as he comes on the track now, takes that turn 3 very nicely. So nicely I hadn't even noticed that he was taking. That was so smooth. I thought that was carousel. That's a difficult right to make look so smooth. I'll tell you. And it's good left from him. Ooh, comes up a little bit actually. And another tight left here. He's going around 120, but he takes that reasonably well. Keeps on to the racing line. Getting inside that track. Yeah, it's great work here from Vancouver and Gregor Lemon. Yeah, I really think it's his sector 1, 15 seconds. That's a great 15.5. Coming down carousel now, super smooth. Kettle bottoms, as this straight is called. It's a little curved, but it's. And then coming to kind of the corner, can you take this smoothly? Oh no! It goes right off the edge. I wonder what happened there. I don't know if it was a lack of concentration or something with his steering. It goes down in practice. He goes back to the pits. Obviously, in the actual race, that probably won't happen the same way. I wonder if he just wanted to get back to pits. Maybe he had a problem with his car. He did seem to be taking those corners a little strangely towards the end there. So maybe it was a tactical crash, I guess we can call it. An outlap now. Nice and slow, not timing themselves. We're down into the Moraine sweep now. Pretty much all of the cars. I'll stop again, going into turn 5. Nice and slow. There's Carlos Rocca in a Ferrari. Another one has joined. Ray Antonio, you're not the only Ferrari out there anymore. We'll be happy to hear that.
Hello.
Hello. Thunder Valley. College Road taking the 13 bend now. Sponsored by Fit 2020. This car, it's a lovely design, a really nice library. From College Road, coming down the straight. Sector 4 there, 32 seconds. Probably something he wants to get down. I'm sure he will. It's one of the longer sectors. I'm sure, and he takes that turn well. Going to turn 3 here. Again, this is the tightest one. We've seen a couple of cars come off here. Can he keep it nice and tight? Yes, that's a good turn. He takes that very well. Comes down another couple here in turn 5 and 6. A tougher one because you've got it 2 turns here. And it's a U-turn. Not a U-turn, a U-bend. So a tough left and then another one. You got to keep that all the way through. Does well on the first one. Comes to the second very smoothly. Yes, very nicely. Maybe wants to pick up a bit of speed on that turn, but he takes the turn well. And turn 8, that's very nice from Carlos Roca there, going into carousel. This is where you want to build it, but make sure you're not going too fast. Going off the track, takes the carousel. Oh, that is a lovely turn. That's an absolutely fantastic turn from Carlos Roca there. As he comes down. KT. Going into kind of corner here. This is where you need to brake. Very late brake there, but he handled that really well. Coming out of carousel, it's another right hand turn. You really want to make sure that you're on the ball for that one, because you will be coming down at speed. Oh, Antonio Salada there spins. I don't know what happened there, but it seemed like one of his tires lost, and it was yeah. He is juddering up a storm, back to some form of normality there. Tom Voss now. Come down the outside. Can he take that inside turn? He does beautifully. That's beautiful. Tom Voss coming down the straight. Going into a pit now. Most of my pitting as the practice ends. That's some really good practice. There are a couple of turns that I'm sure that they have identified and are ready to handle in the future. But there was a lot of really smooth driving there. Really encourages me for tomorrow. I think it will be an absolutely fantastic race. Thank you. Tough. Hello, I am back and we are into the qualifiers. Now watching number 96 going down as carousel here. We've got the qualifying times now at the bottom. This is to determine the standings. Takes carousel really well. Nice straight there. So the Clifton Clock was a massive improvement there on his section. Might not happen too. Coming down to kind of the corner now. Slows down tremendously, but powers through that corner. That's a strength. True strength there from Tom Voss. He had the fastest practice time. Now, practice doesn't mean anything if you can't perform, but we all know that Tom Voss absolutely can perform on the stage when it matters. As he comes down here into the straight, really powers that time down. As he passes, gets himself a time of 2:02.826, which is slower than his practice times, but he's got another 10 minutes of qualifying to get that back down to where it was. Certainly takes away Martin Hobson in second, with Kristen Slot in third. This is where the standings will be for the race. So currently a strength for Tom Voss, so he'll be finishing in first. Now, the real question is, can he get his time down? That's what matters. You're only racing yourself in this one, and you're racing your time. I think Tom Voss knows he can get his time down. As he comes into the two difficult turns here, the ones I was talking about earlier. Goes off a little bit there, takes the turn well. Ooh. Goes off just a little bit, I'm sure he's not super happy about that. Another tight turn here. No time to focus on the first one. Takes the second one well. That's a really great turn there from the second one. And turn 9 now, coming into carousel. Hits the ground a little bit there, but can he take carousel well? He absolutely can, yeah. Remco Barlow now in second. Martin Hobson dropped down to third. Remco Barlow is 0.65 seconds behind Tom Voss in terms of time, but that is a considerable amount of time to be behind. Tom Voss is truly showing how it's going at the moment. Going down to Remco Barlow now. His turn to take carousel. After he takes this left, sorry. I was following the wrong guy. Can he take this left really nicely? He does. He takes it very nicely. Keeps his outside lane. Goes inside on carousel. Can he take that? Yeah, that's really smooth there. The ball with a really smooth time now. I think he's looking to turn it down. Martin Hobson with a 2.3163. He's cut down a bit of time again. And Gregor Lemons with another great time, 2:03.211, which is not a bad time. He's in third place in the moment. Cobala now going into Canada corner. I think this is super important, how much speed he can keep while keeping this line nice and tight. He keeps the line nice and tight. He keeps his speed. I think he's going to have a good time here, Remco Barlow. That's just my commentators. I don't want to commentate his curse him. As he comes down into the straight now, we will see when he finishes his time. Comes off a little bit, but now's when you get the power through the straight, and you will have hopefully an improved time. Tom Voss pitting there, trying to improve his 2.2826. Improve it. It was a slower time from Remco Barlow there, not what he wants at all. My only thoughts is it was the turn 4, turn 5 was probably his biggest issue there. Remco Barlow, he really improved towards the end. I think he took Canada corner really well as we follow Tristan Klopp now in the Lamborghini. Going into Canada corner now. Slows quite considerably. Tristan Klopp, obviously sponsored by AEN, which is a fantastic company. That down. In a straight now. If he can keep this line good. Oh, that's really nice. You didn't need to use any of the hard. And powers down on the outside of the lane. What's his time? Is it improved? A 2.435. apparently cannot predict how quickly these boys can get around the track. I'll stop cursing them now with my predictions of how well they do. I'll improve it now. No, back to... Following Marketing Pro Solutions, Antonio Salada in the Ferrari, 2.04242. Slowest time so far. Not what he wants to see, but I'm sure he has. He still has time. Still another 6 minutes to improve that time, get himself a better qualifying position. As he takes that turn really nicely. Oh, everyone on that took that very nicely. Coming down, you can see the map on the right side. They all take turn number 4 now. Nice and smooth there. And number 6, the U bend. It's a difficult one. Again, quite nice from Antonio Salada there. With 2 minutes 4 seconds. Sam Van now with a post of 2.6, and I'm sure that is something he will absolutely improve before this race ends. 2.06 is quite considerably behind everyone else. Tom Voss still far out in the lead with a 2.02. Going around carousel now, a few drivers all at once. This is what you'll see on the race tomorrow. You'll see a lot of drivers taking a lot of corners at the same time, and these guys are absolutely fantastic, you know. We're talking about Antonio having a 2.04, but he's still an absolutely fantastic driver. And, you know, one of those when you're competing against the absolute very best, you might look slow in comparison to Tom Voss, but, you know, people look slow in comparison to Usain Bolt. I don't think it makes him slow. Takes that turn really nicely. Coming into the straight, looking to improve on a 2 minutes 4 seconds, I'm sure he will. I've just cursed him. I'm so sorry. Coming down now, a few guys going to try and figure out their new times. There you go, improved. Antonio takes off 2.3753, which is, I believe his last was a 2.5, so about a second. 75ths of a second. Comes into turn 3 now, tough turn. Ooh, that's probably the best I've seen anyone take turn 3. That was a truly spectacular turn 3. Thomas Jensen now with a 2 minutes 3 seconds. Great time. Comes off the turn and down to Sam Van now with a 2.6. We're going to finish that. A beautiful livery there for him as well. All of these cars are absolutely beautiful, I have to say so myself. Tom Voss, sponsored by X-SiM Invest. Tom Voss, X-SiM Invest is a absolutely fantastic opportunity. For anyone that wasn't here earlier when I was talking about it, you get paid to put your sponsor on a car, to sponsor yourself, to sponsor a charity, anything you want. You get it on a car, you get these absolutely amazing drivers showing how good they are while parading whatever you want them to parade, whatever sponsor you see fit. It is, and you get paid to do it. I mean, it is an absolutely amazing opportunity. Following Coover it now. One of the sponsors comes down the straight. Absolutely powers the straight there. First turn. Whoa, takes that at speed. Turn 3 now. The dreaded turn 3. Takes that at speed too. Oh, that is a lovely turn. Comes off a little bit of a bump, but that was a really good turn 3. In the beautiful Porsche, sponsored by Coover. I'm gonna see now turn 5. The U bend takes that nicely, nice and simply. They make it look simple, don't they? It is anything but they truly all make it look incredibly easy. Ball comes up into the grass a little bit there. Probably not what they wanted to do. That'll slow down the time a little bit as they come round, coming into carousel. Look at that. Keep the turn nice and gradual. What you want to do there, you don't want to get that turn around too early. You want to make sure you can keep speed while taking the turn. That's why that one is a difficult turn. You know, there's sometimes you aren't crashing, but it's still difficult to between good and perfect. And all these drivers are absolutely looking for perfect. Comes into Canada corner now, takes that nice as well. Martin Hobson jumps back up into second with a 2.3, which is a good time, but still about half a second behind Tom Voss. He's an absolute menace. Takes that last turn, comes down to the straight here. Oof, can he keep that pace back up? What's over it now? Over the mound, into the straight. Gregor Lemons, he's looking to jump past Martin Hobson, and hopefully jump past Tom Voss. It's a tough ask though. And going into pits now, Gregor Lemons, as qualifying ends for some of them. Remco Bala now. Still 20 seconds left or so of qualifying, sorry. So, couple more opportunities for some of these drivers to make sure they finish strong. Remco Bala, one of those people, looking to finish high in the fourth spot. Whoa! And he flies off the track. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I feel the qualifying ended. I assume that's what happened. Otherwise, that is a disastrous. And best thing about X-SiM racing, though, there is no danger. You can see crashes like that, and you don't have to worry about their safety, which is what you would in real racing. But there, it's an oh well, it's a whoopsie, and you get back to doing the tracks. These are the final standings of the qualifier. Tom Voss with a 2.2 miles ahead of everyone else. Martin Hobson coming to second in the BMW. Gregor Lemons taking third place. Remco Barlow finishing out the final four, and Sam Van with a 2.6 in 10th. I don't know. I'm not sure. I can. We're looking to get to the race now. Is that the plan? Wait, is it stuck? Welcome back, and we are into the race. The standings are Tom Voss taking pole position, Martin Hobson second, Gregor Lemons third, Remco Barlow fourth. Let's see how we go for this. Winston Eckel taking 11th, Sam Van 10th, Carlos Roca 9th, Justin Klopp 8th, Gregorio Sesma 7th, Thomas Jensen 6th, Antonio Salada 5th, Remco Barlow 4th, Greg Lemons 3rd, Martin Hobden 2nd, and in pole position, Tom Voss. This is the actual race on the Saturday. The Sunday race is the official race. This is it's still important though. Hey, if I know races, they never want to lose. As we start, anticipation mounting. I'm gonna get a good start here, and they do. Here we go. We're off. Early positions like this can matter, but drivers this good. They're just feeling each other out now, going to the first turn. Taken quite nicely by a lot of drivers now. Tom Voss and the rest going in turn 3. We saw during practice a lot of drivers had an issue with this early on. Can they all take it nicely? A couple of little scrapes there, but mostly good. Everyone there, Tom Voss trying to make a little distance, but into the first long straight of the race, going into the 2 lefts, the U-turn. Martin Hobson goes in the second. Tom Voss comes off a little bit, takes the first left really nicely. Going into the second, all followed, all so close early on. Winston Eckel goes out early. What happened to him? All right. We're heading into Carousel. We've got a right before Carousel. The gap is a second ahead of everyone. Looks like Tom Voss absolutely leading the pack in the first lap, but races aren't decided by the first lap, I'll tell you that much. First 4 keeping similar. Only one position change with Remco Barlow taking ahead of Gregor Lemons. Everyone takes Carousel well. Carlos Roca jumping up into 6th. And Thomas Jensen dropping down into 9th, but no huge changes yet. Tom Voss, Martin Hobson keeping their first and second position. I'm sure those 2 will be the 2 to look out for in this race, but you never know. As they look to complete the first lap, going round into the Road America straight. Tom Voss keeps his position going to the first race. He is a considerable distance ahead of Martin Hobson, but it is a long race, and a lot can change as they complete their first lap. In the corner again, Martin Hobson keeps a very nice line. Again, a very good driving line from all these drivers. And turn 3, some of them seem to have absolutely mastered it. Tom Voss, Martin Hobson really showing you how to take that corner. Tough corner, but far fewer mistakes on that corner than you were seeing in the first round of practice, which shows practice works for anyone that was doubting it. U-turn again now. Tom Voss with a considerable lead, a 2-second lead over Martin Hobson, which is quite considerable. It's more 1 second if you look at it. It's 1.03, but it looks like 2. All takes it very well. Tom Voss again, just sometimes it looks like he's going off, but I think he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows better than almost anyone how to handle a racing line, how to cut in, and how to take just enough ground to take the next turn at speed. And that is one of the things he's really good at, taking these corners at speed, going into Carousel. Really tight on the inside, so he can take the wide out. You need to take the outside lane here because going into Canada Corner, if you're too far inside, you're really not going to have enough space to take Canada Corner at speed, and you absolutely have to. Thomas Jensen there jumping up quite a bit. Antonio Salada going down 10 seconds behind the leader, Tom Voss. Gregor Lemons now 4th. Him and Remco are having a bit of a tug of war now. This is where the real pole position jumping goes. Remco and Gregor fighting out for 4th and 3rd. Right on his tail as they finish their second lap. Look at that. Almost no distance between them at all. Going to the second turn. Looking for an overtake here. Oh. Oh! I'm not sure, but Gregor Lemons and Remco Barlow, seems like they touched. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do they touch? I think he touches him. You know, I think he catches him, which is really unfortunate on the take. We'll look at it one more time. Oh, it's kind of hidden by Remco Barlow's car. If we can look really, really detailed here. Here we go. We'll see. He doesn't. I don't think he does, but he looks like he's going to, and I think that's what puts Remco Barlow off. It's a really unfortunate turn there for him. Really not what you want to see, but again, no driver's in danger, and that's what matters. You know, but it's really, oh my god, that was a huge hit there. Yeah, Carlos Rocker getting a bit of the collateral. Had nothing to do with it, but sometimes he's going to be really unlucky. And now Greg Lemons, Carlos Rocco, and Antonio Salada are all in the pit. Tom Boss keeps his lead, though that lead has been lessened significantly as we follow Thomas Jensen now. 6th and 7th. No, 6th and 5th, sorry. Trying to get ahead of Tristan Klopp on the Thomas Jensen Platinum Racing Team. That's Dream Factory's sponsor. As they both take Canada corner really nicely. Just by the test. Thomas Jensen 4. Around the corner. Into the straight, goes off a little bit, but still able to keep his lead over Dane here. Doing really well. Tristan Klopp in 6th. Thomas Jensen 5th. Tristan Klopp looking for an overtake here. The Lamborghini overtaking into the corner. Can he brake fast enough to keep his corner? No, taken back. Ah, tough. Very tough there. Thomas Jensen had him on the outside. And unfortunately, Tristan Klopp had to brake. You know, that's the problem if you're with the overtake. If you have to brake earlier because you're on the inside, someone on the outside who can brake later can really get that gap back. And you really have to pick your spot. It's a tough to overtake in this sport. Both men going to the U-turns. Turn 5. Taken very nicely. And turn 6, can they take it at the same speed? No mistakes. No mistakes from either man. That's the real problem. You have to wait. It's a waiting game. There's a lot of patience in racing, which is it'll blow your mind because it's a high adrenaline sport. It is. Every second in that car is full of concentration. Going around carousel now. You have to build speed and you have to keep the corner. You have to keep the turn nice and gradual while also making sure you don't lose too much speed because you've got another straight to come here. And if you have to accelerate while someone else is braking, they're going to leave you in the dust. Both men now going to take Canada corner. Thomas Jensen ahead by just a little bit, and he needs to keep that while trying to catch. Tom Voss is still ahead, still the fastest time from Tom Voss. Sponsored by X-SiM Invest. Dave Capital sponsors Martin Hobson. This is again very close. Martin Hobson has gained a considerable amount of ground on X-SiM Invest, and he is right on his tail when you consider that Tom Voss was at a time an entire second ahead of the entire ground. Martin Hobson does really well in the BMW here. Follows. They both took turn 3 really nicely. Looking for the overtake. Martin Hobson. Will he get it? I'm not sure. He has the outside. It's a tough turn. He doesn't have the speed to take him as they go into another series of tough turns. It was a good attempt from Martin Hobson there. There's a lot of... I couldn't tell if he was going to get it or not. but it is a dogfight between two fantastic drivers. Half a second behind him. The overtake cost him. It cost him a couple of seconds, not a couple of seconds, a couple of points of a second. But in racing, a couple of seconds, a couple of points of a second, they feel the same to me. They both take carousel really nicely. There's a couple of really interesting battles here. Number 1 and number 2, number 5 and number 6, both very close to each other. Number 9 a little bit further out. But you really want to look at these two, and you know, if they're tomorrow, which I'm pretty sure they will be, these two are 100% for me. Some of the favourites, some of the ones to look out for. You're looking at these two in the race starts, and you're going, you know, am I investing in Martin Hobson? Am I investing in Tom Voss? Am I cheering them on to victory? Because I think either one of these could win tomorrow. They both are absolutely fantastic, but there are some other candidates that are not here today that are absolutely fantastic. And hey, this isn't tomorrow. Tristan Klopp, improvement. You know, you never know if somebody's going to really take the world by storm on any given day. They both take that turn really quickly. And they got another one here, turn 3, tough turn. Lot of movement. Yeah, very nice. They really have that turn down. They really have what they want to do with that turn now. Coming down into turn 5. It's called the Moraine Sweep, turn 5. Don't know exactly what Moraine is. Maybe it's a name, but that's what it is. Oh, I think he was trying to overtake there, Tristan Klopp, but he made a bit of a hash of it, but he keeps his position, but not able to get the overtake that I'm sure he is desperate to take. Number 8 now. Both men. This and number 1 and 2 have been the two drivers to look out for. The 4 drivers, but the two battles. These two are absolutely going ham on each other. And I really don't know. I think either one of these, you know, there's been a couple of opportunities for Tristan Klopp to overtake, but there will be a couple more. We're on lap 6, 12 minutes of the 20 gone. So almost an entire half of the race for overtakes to happen, and all it takes is one mistake. You know, this is why focus is so important on a racetrack. Back to Tom Voss now. Still in his prime position, he is leading this track as he takes down into his 7th lap. Keeps the speed in his Lamborghini. Keeps that speed, probably going around 220 miles an hour here as he has to brake. And again, this is one of the things that I talk about. When do you brake? When are these guys braking? It massively impacts the rest of your race. Yeah, it drops down into about 180 when you go into the first turn there, and then you drop into about 120 going into turn 3. But you need to make sure that you're absolutely building that speed up on the straight after a couple of really difficult turns. And straight here now, going into 240. Absolute pace. Oh, the overtake. He's going to get it, but the question is, can he keep it? Can he block Tom Voss out? Looks like he absolutely has. Martin Hobson, as long as he can keep this tight, he absolutely does. He overtakes Tom Voss. That is huge for Martin Hobson. I don't know what happened there. Tom Voss, you know, it seemed like he took it maybe at too much speed, had to brake too early, and Martin Hobson just played it absolutely perfectly. And now, for the first time, Martin Hobson takes the lead in this race. Coming into carousel. I've shown this before. Thomas Jensen now into 6th has also been overtaken. Absolute madness. Both of these happening at the same time, looking to take back his position at 5th. And Tom Voss. Oh, Tom Voss was looking for an overtake of his own. Martin Hobson keeps him, and he's looking for it again. Is he going to get it here? Canada corner. They both finish. Canada corner. Tom Voss takes the lead one more time. Martin Hobson now. Can he keep it on the straight? He does. Tom Voss takes the lead back. Martin Hobson, so sweet, but so short for Martin Hobson there, that lead. Thomas Jensen once again overtakes also in 5th and 6th. And another overtake down in 5th and 6th as these two battle. Two absolute wars going on. From Tom Voss and Martin Hobson, X-SiM Invest and Dave Capital, the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, sorry, and the BMW. Turn 3, tough turn here, takes it. It's tough. I'm sure Martin Hobson is gutted. He spent a lot of time, a lot of patience to take that lead and lost it just so early on afterwards. Only 5 minutes left in this race as they're in lap 8 now. Turn 5. Tough couple of turns. This is where Martin Hobson took the lead earlier. $170 miles an hour from these guys going into this turn. Absolutely insane speeds. The amount of processing power in their brains must rival some supercomputers. I'm sure of it. The left before carousel. It's a deceptively good left. It's a deceptively difficult left there, but both men take it with stride. And Tom Voss trying to power away from Martin Hobson, trying to make sure that there is no potential for an overtake as some of these positions calm down a little bit after the madness that we witnessed. Take that carousel really nicely. 240 miles an hour from both men as they absolutely steam down towards Canada Corner. One of the toughest turns, one of the best opportunities for overtakes on the corners. You want to make sure you take the corner nice and calmly, but hey, what is calm? What is calm on a racing track like this? As they both power down into the Road America straight. Tom Voss goes off a little bit, followed by Martin Hobson. Both men, Martin Hobson keeping that racing line nice and tight. Powering down the straight. Going into the ninth lap in 16 minutes. And the first turn here. When do they break? Early. Nice and early there from Tom Voss. And again, turn 3, tough turn. Both men have absolute control over this turn. Yeah, fantastic. With the speed they're going to brake when they do and only catch the littlest bit of dirt to make sure that they can absolutely power out that corner. It is fantastic going into turn 5 now. A tough pair. Tom Voss and Martin Hobson. Gregorio Sesma has jumped up 4 places now, going into 3rd from his starting position. That is a huge jump up from Gregorio Sesma. But unfortunately, Greg Lemons has absolutely taken himself out of the race after that horrible crash we saw early, which is such a shame. He did so well in qualifying to get himself a top 4 position, but that is racing for you. It is a tough sport. Gregorio Sesma is in 3rd place. That is absolutely fantastic from him. Tristan Klopp jumping up into 3rd. Him and Thomas Jensen have had quite the battle back and forth, those two, as have Tom Voss and Martin Hobson. And there is a considerable distance between those two and 3rd place. Gregorio Sesma has absolutely wowed by getting himself in a 3rd, but Tom Voss and Martin Hobson are really the 2 guys that can win this race. Which one will? Going into kind of the corner now. Lovely from both. Oh, Martin Hobson, a little bit of grass there from him, but nothing too serious as both men turn into the straight again. Lap 10, 1 minute 30 left on the clock. 90 seconds for Martin Hobson to take back his lead going into lap 10. This is exciting. I am on the edge of my seat here. Both men going into this corner. Tom Voss with a bit of a lead now. Martin Hobson really needs to... This needs to be absolutely fantastic racing, and it's not. Oh, he skids just a little bit, and his turn is wild. Tom Voss has to take advantage of this, but he goes off a bit now. Both men making mistakes right towards the end of this last minute of this race. Both men, maybe a little bit of nerves creeping in as Tom Voss trying to protect his lead, Martin Hobson trying to take it. Oh, there was a couple of mistakes from races that you've seen 19 minutes of no mistakes. Takes that. Goes wide. Very wide there from Tom Voss, but he keeps it. Another turn from him in that beautiful, beautiful car. Again, absolutely peachy. Peachy from Tom Voss. Really recovers. Both men. Martin Hobson there may have just lost his dreams of winning this race. It looks like it's Tom Voss's. Oh, a little bit of a turn there. No, nothing too bad. Maybe it was the camera angle. Maybe I'm going blind. But yeah, both men around the carousel now. I think this race is Tom Voss's. I think Martin Hobson really scuppered his chances there with just that tiniest mistake and just not being able to keep his lead. Both men finishing their laps now, and that will be it. If Tom Voss can just hold it, barring any major mistakes, I cannot see Martin Hobson winning this race. Looks like it's Tom Voss's. Fantastic race though, as they finish Canada corner. Yeah, great turn there, both men. Yeah. Oh, what a mistake, Martin Hobson. Tom Voss almost let him back into it, but as they go into the straight now. Whoa, little bit zigzagging, but it looks like he's absolutely nailed it, and Tom Voss wins the race there. Fantastic racing from Tom Voss with a fastest of 2.04. Martin Hobson had a faster lap, but he couldn't keep consistent. Well, if anything tells you it's a simulation, it's it's Remco Barlow going flying. He does a flip, a celebration flip as he takes into his top fourth place. Tristan Klopp looking like he's finishing fifth there. Great race from him there. Jumps up 3 positions. Gregorio Sesma, very impressed with him, jumping up 4. Great race from everyone involved. Thomas Jensen, probably disappointed he couldn't keep fifth. He ended up losing that battle for 5th and 6th, but he fought hard, very hard. Sam Van now to go. Takes that. Nice. Now into the left, and then he's got carousel to go. Sam Van doesn't get as much shine because of his position, but still a good racer. There is no doubt Sam Van is a fantastic racer as he takes carousel. He's a very young racer. There's a lot of potential in Sam Van. Comes down looking into Canada corner now. Let's see how he takes this. Takes it at quite a good speed. Very nice turn there from Sam Van. Finishing strongly. Can he take the last turn? Turn 14. Tough turn. Bit of a spill there. Bit of a drag, but he takes it quite nicely and powers down. Taking 7th place. Strong finish from Sam Van. Nice little zigzag. All the races love a zigzag. Finishes with a 2:07. What a great race that was. Oh, exciting. Very, very exciting. Tom Voss and Martin Hobson with an absolute war for 1st and 2nd. Martin Hobson had it in the bag for a couple of seconds, but a mistake towards the end guaranteed Tom Voss's victory. And, just he had it, and it was just a really difficult overtake, which is exactly what you want to see in a race as exciting as this. In other positions, Gregorio Sesma jumps up 4 positions from his starting track to get finished 3rd, which is fantastic from him. Remco Barlow 4th, Tristan Klopp 5th, Thomas Jensen 6th. Fantastic from both those races as well. Another very exciting. Sam Van 7th, Antonio Solada 8th, Carlos Roca 9th, Gregor Lemons 10th, and Winston Eckel finishes in last place with an 11th finish. That was a fantastic day of racing. Yeah,